The story of Jonah has a great theological importance. It concerns a disobedient prophet who rejected his divine commission, cast overboard in a storm, swallowed by a great fish, rescued in a marvelous manner, and returned to his starting point.
Jonas's name means dove in Hebrew, but his character was anything but dove-like. Unlike other prophetic books, this is not a collection of oracles, but the story of a disobedient, narrow-minded prophet who is angry at the outcome of the sole message he delivers. The fascinating story caricatures a narrow mentality which would see God's interest extending only to Israel.
I am Jonah, son of Amittai.
I am God. I am the creator of all. Go to Nineveh, Jonah, for the Ninevites have done wrong in my name, and you need to go correct their ways.
I am not going to Nineveh. Those people are dangerous hooligans who will never be able to change their way. I don't have to go to Nineveh after all. I will just go to Joppa and catch a boat to Tarshish. God will never find out. One ticket to Tarshish, please.
Once on the boat, Jonah fell asleep and a big storm started to brew. The other sailors were terrified and did not know what to do. They woke up Jonah and cast lots to see who the cause of the great storm was. The lot fell on Jonah. What are we to do now to stop this great storm?
Throw me overboard, and the sea shall become calm.
The sailors refused and tried to steer the ship back to dry land, but the sea grew more and more stormy. They had no choice but to throw Jonah over. After Jonah was thrown in, the sea became calm. Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. While in there, he prayed to God and promised him if he got out that he would go to Nineveh. Then God commanded the fish to spit Jonah out, and it did. Jonah then went to Nineveh.
Repent to God, you sinners, or else your city will be overthrown in 40 days.
The people of Tarshish heard this and cried out for redemption. When the news reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, laid aside his robe, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in ashes. Then he had this proclaimed throughout Nineveh: by decree of the king and his nobles, no man or beast, no cattle or sheep shall taste anything. They shall not eat, nor shall they drink water. Because the Ninevites repented, God forgave them.
Because you listened to what I said and repented, I will not harm the city of Nineveh.
Jonah became angry because God did not punish the city of Nineveh. Jonah went and sat on a hilltop east of the city to watch the Ninevites' fate. On top of the hill, the sun was scorching, so God provided Jonah with a plant to take cover under. Overnight, God sent a worm to devour the plant, and when Jonah woke up the next morning, he saw that the plant had withered away. The sun beat on Jonah's head until he felt faint.
It is better for me to die than to live.
You are concerned over the plant, which cost you no effort, so shouldn't I be concerned over the city of Nineveh and its 120,000 citizens? The spiritual sense of the story is tropological because it tells us the difference between good and evil and what we need to do to live our lives the right way. It shows us that we do not need to fear the Lord, but listen to Him and obey what His message is to us. We shouldn't try to run away from God because we have no reason to fear Him or be angry with Him. The spiritual sense can also be allegorical because of Jonas's experience in the fish's belly for 3 days and nights, which is a type of experience of the Son of Man, and the Ninevites' reaction to the preaching of Jonah is contrasted with the failure of Jesus' generation to obey the preaching of one who is greater than Jonah.
Created using Powtoon.